Well, hi, tubers and tubettes. Hey, listen, the last few videos that I've done have been kind of on a serious note, so I thought I would lighten it up a little bit. This, of course, is a last-minute impromptu video that we're doing because today Baby May invited herself and 3 or 4 other girls to go to a river and splash around and have fun. And they invited me to go along and get in the river with them and splash water, but I have a confession to make. When I was in high school, I failed frolicking. So I had to let them do all the frolicking while I was just sitting on a rock watching everybody. So anyway, I think you might remember the young, beautiful lady here to my far left, who's Anne. She was on our show once before. And of course, you know the beautiful, the famous, everybody knows her, everybody loves her, Baby May. And we're just gonna chicka chicka a little bit. And I'm gonna come up with some questions and they're gonna answer them. And we'll just kind of entertain you for a little while. This is just a fun video that we're gonna do, right? Okay.
Yes.
So Anne,
Hi.
Go ahead and say hi and remind everybody who you are and
Hi
all that
everyone.
kind of stuff.
Hi everyone. I am Anne. I'm back to the Polish show. And
Last time you were here, you were really got a lot of compliments because you were talking about when you dated foreigners.
Yes.
And you are the first girl that has been on the show that said, of course, Filipinas are attracted to foreigners because we have more money than a
Yes.
Filipino guy,
Yes.
right? And everybody loved that. Everybody loved your honesty.
Wow,
Okay?
thank you.
So anyway, you know, we just want to continue along that line here on this little video.
Huh?
And then Baby May,
Hi guys, good afternoon.
what do you got to tell everybody?
Oh guys, I wear the bikini because I've been in the river for the little swimming.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So you invited, what, 3, 4, 5 girls?
I think 5.
5?
Uh,
And I
4.
actually
4.
made a video of all of them running. They actually all came up and said hi. It's about a 5 or 6 minute video. I don't know, maybe I'll upload it for you guys so you can see what we did today. But what I wanted to ask these guys about was, here's the story. I asked Baby May last night, I said, what are we going to do tomorrow? And she said, well, we want to go up to the mountains and take some friends, and we want to wear our bikinis, and we want to take selfies, and we want to, you know, just be girls. And I said, okay, fine. What time are we going to go? And she said 3 o'clock. And I said, okay. And so then I made, so I made not an appointment, but I made an arrangement to meet up with a buddy of mine to go have a cup of coffee at 12 o'clock today. And so I'm taking a shower and getting dressed, and Baby May goes, where are you going? And I said, well, I'm going to go meet so-and-so to have coffee up the street. She says, yeah, but we're going to the river at 1. And I said, okay, you know, it didn't shock me at all. I knew that was going to change. And so I said, I'll tell you what. I said, it's 12. I'll be back at 1, and then we can go up to the river. And she said, okay. And does anybody want to tell me what time we actually got together and went to the river?
I think I think almost 2.
Yeah. So, Anne, why don't you kind of give our viewers an idea of what Filipina time means?
Well, a Filipino time is like if you have an appointment like 7 o'clock in the morning, they will show up by 10 or 9.
Uh-huh.
That's that. And then usually, if you have an appointment like doctor or dentist, then they will schedule. Oh, you will be having here by 8:30 or 9. They will go on their appointment by 11 or 12 o'clock.
Now, why is that so prevalent out here?
Because that one is they have they just used to it.
They're used. You know what? She's right. it's totally accepted out here to be late or to show up like the next day even.
They will just
Because
stand you
what
up.
it is it's kind of like an approximate time.
Yes.
All right, I'll give you an example. I have, like I've mentioned before, I have a great landlord, and she speaks perfect English, and she lived in America for a while, or I think she did. But so she's very kind of Americanized, if you will. And one time she sent me a message, or all of us here, all the tenants here in the apartment, that she will be by later to collect the money for the electric bill. And so I sent her a message and I said, "What time?" And she said, "After lunch." And so I got a little snarky with her because I'm sarcastic, and she didn't like my humor whatsoever. But you know what I mean? After lunch. So that was just sort of like, it's just a generalized time frame, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
So if you say 1 o'clock as an American, like when I said I was going to meet my friend at 12 o'clock,
Yes.
I was there at 12 o'clock.
Yes.
And he was there at 12:03. And we sat down and we had coffee and we both looked at our watches. Well, I don't wear a watch, but we looked at our phones and said,
Yes.
well, it's 1 o'clock. We got to get back because the girls are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up at 2 o'clock. And it was supposed to start at 3 o'clock. And this person was going to go, but didn't. And somebody I didn't know was going to go showed up. So that's Filipina time.
Yes.
Right? Does that cover it?
Yes.
All right. Do you think it'll ever change?
No.
I don't either. But it's one of the things that, if I don't give advice, of course, but it's one of the things that used to just blow my top off when I was arranging to meet a female, male, Filipino, Filipina, it didn't matter. And I would say, what time? And they would, and it was like just nailing them down was just this chore. And my friend Walter recently moved, and his mover was supposed to show up at 10 o'clock. And I think they showed up at like 3 o'clock.
Wow.
And that was just the way it went, you know? And the poor guy was flipping out. He was trying to find another mover. The guy wasn't returning these phone calls. But they just kind of show up when they show up. And May, do I get mad at Filipina time?
No.
No?
No.
See, because I've gotten used to it.
You're becoming a Filipino now, huh?
I have just accepted it. And so when May said 3 o'clock last night, and then when I left today at 1 o'clock, I didn't bat an eyelash. I just said, you know what? That's all good. You know, I just keep reminding myself that I'm retired. And so okay, so we talked about Filipina time.
Yes.
Let me see if I can pull something else out of the air that we can inform people about. Oh, what do you think is, we talked about money before.
Yes.
Okay, and we talked about incomes and stuff
Yes.
like that. So there's probably guys out there that are stuck, unfortunately, with the quarantine.
Yes.
They're coming out here. I get a lot of guys ask me, how much money do I need to live in the Philippines? And budgets range anywhere from $500 a month to $3,000 a month. Just depends on the guy, you know? So there's no set budget. But what I'm curious about, and I think a lot of guys are curious about, is what would you consider to be, if you and me were boyfriend and girlfriend, what would be a lot of money to you? If I made this much, what would be the number? What would I have to have coming in every month for you to say, wow, Paul's got a lot of money? What number would you put at it?
Let's just say $500,000.
$500,000.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? Now, that's a month, a year, what?
A month.
A month.
Yes.
Well, I don't have anywhere close to that, so I'm out of your league, or you're way out of my league. Thank God, May's.
May approach already.
May's happy with air conditioning.
Because on that,
Are you serious? $500,000?
Oh my god.
most of that, I heard it is, they will say, this guy needs $500,000, because if he doesn't have that kind of amount,
Uh-huh.
no, any girl can he get.
Uh-huh. Okay, but what I want to know is about a typical relationship. You see them all day long. Okay, me and May, this one and that one. We won't name a bunch of names. But what do you think the average income is of most of the foreigners that live here with a girl? What would you guess?
Let me guess.
Pesos per month.
72,000, like that.
That sounds about right.
Yes.
70 to 75,000
Yes.
pesos.
Yes.
Which is about $1,500, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that affords a comfortable lifestyle.
Yes,
Are you-
included.
Now, what is your feeling, Anne, about foreigners giving their girlfriends an allowance? Do you think that that's something that they should do? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Because personally, I think that if I just pay for everything anyway, okay, number one, you get free rent, free food, free entertainment,
Yeah.
free this, free that. And of course, I'm not above giving somebody, a few thousand pesos here, a few thousand pesos there. But there are some girls that think that they're entitled to an allowance. And I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying it's wrong.
Yes.
But I just want your honest opinion. Do you think that if you and me were boyfriend and girlfriend, that I should give you an allowance?
For me, no.
Okay. What about you, May? Do you think you should get an allowance?
Up to you. If you give me or no, it's okay with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've never ever asked me for a peso.
Yeah, no.
Because
So-
the thing is, if you ask allowance for a guy, it's too much.
Uh-huh.
Because he paid a lot. So
Yeah.
it's no use for asking allowance, because if you want to eat, there's a food at the house, so it's all right.
Yeah. Now, what about supporting families? There's a lot of horror stories out there that guys come out here, they meet their little Filipina, they just have this wonderful love thing going on, and the next thing you know, the mother needs something, the
Yes.
father needs something, the
Yes.
sister needs something.
Yes.
If a guy comes out here and starts hearing that, what do you think?
I think that's really ridiculous,
Do you?
Yes,
Yeah.
because from the beginning, I don't ask someone to support my family, because they have their own life.
That's
They have their own business.
That's true.
So it's ridiculous for me.
Okay, fair answer. That's one of the things that endeared me a lot with May, is that there has been one thing after another that's happened in May's family, and I don't think I heard about half of them. And never, ever, ever has she approached me for any kind of money directly to pay for anything. We did raise some money for her family. We did raise some money for one of her friends from subscribers. We've donated money. We've done things on the sly without saying anything to people. But that is something that I hear a lot about these guys that communicate with me.
Yes.
And they say, I'm sending, because they're not here, they're stuck under ECQ at home. They want to come out here and meet their Filipina. And they say, right now I'm sending her $500 a month, or I'm sending her $100 a month, or I'm buying her load. I guess the amount doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But what I hear every now and then is they say, and I'm trying to help their family too, because the cow died, or the mother got sick, or whatever.
God.
Now, I understand that people get sick.
Yes.
My friend, and I won't mention his name, he paid for an appendectomy on his girlfriend's brother. And I thought that was justified. In other words, an appendectomy, if the kid doesn't get the appendectomy, he's going to die.
Yes.
It was one of those serious situations. You were in a motorcycle
Yes.
accident. If you didn't have somebody help you financially, you would be disfigured for life.
Yes, that's
okay?
true.
So that's justifiable.
Yes.
But just to be sending money every month
That's
for the sake of sending money. Not a
That's
good
not-
idea.
It's really bad idea because you don't know where the money goes.
That's right. That's right. So if you guys had any advice, May doesn't like to talk too much because she's shy of her English.
Yeah, it's okay.
She has a good English.
She
though.
actually has excellent English.
Yes.
The only thing stopping May is May. Okay? she gets nervous, she gets insecure, but I watch her do her little videos and she goes, "Hi guys," and she starts, "I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that," you know? And then we sit here on the couch and she's like a deer in the headlights, you know? And she's just used to me yapping. So anyway, why don't you do some shameless promotion for your channel,
Go,
sweetheart?
May.
Tell them about your YouTube channel.
Adventure and then cooking.
What's it called?
Cooking. Kasama.
It's called May's Cooking and
Ba-
Adventure, right?
Yeah, baby me cooking adventures.
Baby May Cooking and Adventure.
Yeah.
So we always want people to like and subscribe.
Yeah, thank
Right?
you so much, guys.
Okay. And what else have you got going on? What's new and exciting in your life? Can you tell everybody out there what's new, what's happening? We've been under lockdown.
Yeah.
So how has that been making you crazy? Because I know you like to go to the beach, you like to dive,
Yes.
you like to swim,
Yes.
you love the water.
Yes.
You're like a little fish. I mean, you like to you saw my pool today and you just jumped in the pool. And then you saw the river and you just jumped in the river. You love water.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been hard for you to get to the
Yeah,
water.
it is because every time I saw water, it's like, oh, I wish I could swim with the fish
Yeah,
or
yeah.
play with the corals, but
Right.
it's really hard here. So instead, I just make myself busy with cooking,
Oh, you're
trying,
good, yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to be cooking
Yeah.
and making some desserts.
And making desserts.
Yeah.
So is it hard because you're in the house all day?
No,
No?
no.
What's an
I-
average day for you? I know what an average day for me and May is pretty much just to lay around the house.
Yeah.
And then we get up. And what we do, we go up for a little motorbike ride.
Yeah.
And they got this weird new rule that just came out today that there's only one person allowed per motorbike because they're afraid if two people are on a motorcycle or on a scooter, it's going to transmit the COVID virus.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of anything more ridiculous in your life?
I heard like in one tricycle and one passenger. That's
And
ridiculous for me.
One person per
Tricycle.
tricycle. So, food for thought, guys, is I live with baby May. We sleep in the same bed. We're sitting together right now. We've been together for a year and a half, but she's not allowed to ride on the back of my motorbike.
Yeah.
All in the name of the COVID virus.
Well,
Now, one thing that I want to point out is that's absolutely positively no big deal for her and I, because today she went to town. She tried to open up a bank account. We did all the things to get her papers organized, to get her bank opened up.
Yeah.
We went online, did all this. She left here at 7 o'clock in the morning. She met her sister. She went down to the bank, and guess what? Today's Independence Day, so
Yeah.
the bank was closed.
oh yeah. Today is.
But
I forgot that.
my point being is that it was 20 pesos for you to ride the
Yeah.
trike
Yeah.
each way.
Yeah.
Okay, so 40 pesos to get from here to there today. And so that's 80 cents. And while 80 cents is 80 cents, it doesn't change our lifestyle. However, if you've got this rule where only one person can be on a scooter, our question here in the community has been, since we've heard about this, is what about the husband and wife? And the husband is always driving the wife down to Robinson's or Lee Plaza and dropping her off and then coming back at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and picking her up. And her salary per day is 300 or 350 pesos.
300. Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Isn't that about minimum wage, 350 or something like that?
Yes.
Now, out of that comes 40 pesos,
Yeah.
right? So now she's worked all day and has to take public transportation, and her wages just got cut by about 10%. And where's the benefit there?
Not-
Plus, there's just, I understand maybe the trike, because the trike can put 5, 6 people in there. But I also think that everybody's wearing a face mask when they go outside, so that's supposed to stop it. So anyway, I haven't been against any of the quarantine stuff. I think that's been prudent. I'm not against the face mask thing. I guess that if you sneeze or you cough, you could spread the virus. Nobody wants to get anybody else sick. We don't have any problems following the rules. We have to go out on certain days of the week. That took time to get adjusted to, but okay, we can go. But this single rider on the motorbike, I think, is a punishment to the average person here.
Yeah, also about that. We also have habal-habal here in Valencia, right?
Explain what a hubble hubble is.
It is a motorbike that has passenger like like angkas or grab. But here we don't have angkas or grab. So if they will implement that law, a lot of driver will lose their jobs and will
Correct.
starve for death. So let's just say, for me, let's just take it off the no back rider. Instead, just put a mask on your face.
Put
and
on
that's
a
it.
mask, and
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, hubble hubble is a motorcycle taxi.
Yes.
So, or a motorbike taxi. And it's a little cheaper than a trike. And so, in other words, I can find, I've used them. It's just hopping on the back of a guy's motorbike, and he takes you where you're going instead of being in a big jeepney or in a trike. Well, now, guess what? These guys, that's all they do. And since they can't have any customers, they've just been put out of business. And there we go again. This has turned into a complaining video.
Oh my god.
Let's get back to the bikini action. All right, so you guys had fun today. You took a lot of selfies, right?
Yes.
You frolicked in the water.
Yes.
Who all went? Can you name who went? You remember?
I remember Anne,
And
Yeah. Rachel.
Rachel, and
Rachel,
Marlene.
Marlene.
Marlon.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right. And everybody had a good time?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And what did you went and got casabas the other day. Casaba's that
Yeah.
goofy big ass root that
Cassava
you
cake.
found. And you made cassava cake.
Yeah.
And you guys sat on the rock, and I got pictures of them eating cassava cake. A Filipina can't go anywhere without snacks.
Yay. Absolutely.
All right, so everybody, I think we had a big educational video here. We talked about Hubble Hubble. We talked about the latest on the COVID thing and single riders.
Yeah.
We complained a little bit about that. Sorry, we were trying to keep this upbeat. What else? Oh, we talked about, what else we talked about? Oh, Filipina time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we did that. We got the update on you. How's your life been? Everything good since our last video?
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody absolutely loves your video last
Wow,
time.
thank you.
Yeah, everybody of course loves Baby May with all their heart.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
With tears.
You're getting famous.
And next time, I'm gonna wear a bikini.
Wow,
Yeah.
that I'm looking forward
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, that's coming. All right, be warned. We will talk to you guys
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye. See you soon.